I think it's a signal to the Russians that the United States is not going to pull out, if that's the right way to put it, that we are going to continue to support Ukraine. The Republicans, who are taking over both houses of Congress, have leading Republicans have long said that we should remove these restrictions. So here you have the Democratic administration doing something that the Republicans have asked for. And so I think it's a signal that we're gonna continue to support Ukraine. It'll be 3 years of war in February, so I think there's a bit of fatigue as well with the war. So I think that there's an expectation across on both sides of Atlantic that we're going to have to engage diplomatically on this, and if you're going to do that, you have to put your side in as strong a position militarily or tactically as possible. And of course, that would mean you don't, you continue to provide support militarily while, in preparation for any kind of negotiated solution. He has, I think, drawn kind of a line in the sand, drawn a kind of a red line saying that U.S.-made weapons will be taken, very seriously, or be taken as as an unacceptable escalation or whatever. But I really don't think that Putin wants to take on the United States directly. So I don't think it's going to really, there's not going to be a direct military response to us. I can imagine that there will be some kind of indirect response, and that could come in it could come in the form of cyber attacks, disruption of our supply lines. I mean, there's lots of things that the Russians can do without actually attacking the United States directly.
Почему-то на Западе считают, что Россия никогда этого не использует. У нас же есть ядерная доктрина. Посмотрите, что написано. Если чьи-то действия будут угрожать нашему суверенитету и территориальной целостности, мы считаем для себя возможным использовать все имеющиеся в нашем распоряжении средства.
If you're talking about the eastern members, the frontline members, the Baltic states, Poland, of course, they've been calling for this for a long time, so that they will welcome this. And I think that there's been, there's been some annoyance at Washington by having this policy, because there are a number of Central European countries, Germany in particular, who've been quite happy to kind of sit back or hide behind our policy. And this, I think, will put a little more pressure on them to provide some weapons that they've been unwilling to hide. It really exposes them politically now, which is not something Germany wants now, given their kind of transitional political situation.
Well, North Korean troops being deployed in Russia against Ukraine, this is a significant escalation, and it makes us even more focused and determined to make sure that Ukraine has what it needs to fight off the Russians, including the North Koreans.
I think that this development, the addition of foreign troops on the ground is, demanded some sort of response. And I find it interesting that Biden made this decision at a meeting of the Asian Pacific, at APEC, Asian Pacific Economic Council, I guess it is, because the South Koreans and the Japanese are looking at this and seeing a real broader threat if North Korea is sending ground troops, gaining valuable experience, possibly gaining some new game-changing technology in terms of ballistics for North Korean missiles. It's obviously going to be very threatening to the Japanese and particularly the South Koreans.
Выражаю благодарность за то, что вы, несмотря на свой плотный график работы, выделили